Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good morning. So we have few people. So tell me when to start.
Ma'am, voice is too low, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, ma'am. Now we have.
Okay. You tell me when to start, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Can we start?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine.
Ma'am, this is Krupanidhi College first batch, ma'am.
First batch. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Have they taken artificial intelligence or any other course?
I have to ask, ma'am.
Okay. So I'll
Okay.
start with AI because I was told by Harinakshi to do the AI.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So good afternoon to all the students. Welcome to the training by the expert, the L1 group. So I'm Dr. Anita Walia. I'm the Assistant Director in Jain University, and I have actually specialized in the AI, especially in generative AI. I'm trying to specialize. I have published a lot of research paper
Hello,
related to
Assalamualaikum.
AI.
Yani Bashira ne. Tapi
Okay, and I'm also visiting faculty in I am Bangalore for NSCRL. So I go there for taking lectures on the entrepreneurship. So before joining the educational institute, I was working for ITC Infotech as a software engineer and doing a lot of things. And then I joined the education industry, and I have done a lot of research and publication into the field of AI and entrepreneurship, and also the IoT and cloud. So students, I hope that you will like the session because the session will have a lot of demos, and the session will have a lot of examples and application. This particular sessions are involved, and these are given to you so that you connect your learning with application. Because whatever you are learning is very, very technical and theoretical. Technical and theoretical at the same time, I can't call it practical because whenever see, I'm not even, I can't call it experiential because experiential is something when you do it, you know it. So here, what is the limitation is that we can show you that how the world is using and how in the business world, how in the corporate world, whatever you are learning is applied. So you have a knowledge that I can develop something which can be applied in the business in such way, or it is already applied by business houses. So whatever concept you are learning in your classes, or maybe when you are doing your workshops, now this particular sessions online are going to connect you to the corporate world, going to connect you with the real life uh, application. So, all my sessions, which I will have with you, will be basically a case study kind of a session. And the second kind is the demo session. So, today I will start with the beginning because I will start with the intro because I don't know the level. of your learning at present. So I cannot go to the higher level till I know what is exactly you have achieved so far in terms of learning. So let's start, and let's hope that I know I can create some interest in you. I will try to show you good examples, interesting one, so that you can relate it with your learning and you can say, okay, fine, I can develop a project. At the same time, I urge all of you that learning is not enough till you don't apply it. So the best thing what you have to check your learning is to do with projects. Come out with ideas. Do project. If you want, I can also help you in that. So what you can do is whatever you're learning, try to develop something out of it. Try to develop a new product, new service, new feature in the app. It can be a smartphone also. You can develop a new feature using AI or anything like that. Okay. In between, if you have any questions or you have to ask or discuss anything, please write in the chat box. I will keep on looking into it. So let's start, students. So I'm going to just share before I start and give you an intro about AI, because till now you might have heard a lot about AI. A lot of people are talking about artificial intelligence. People are saying a lot of things. Some people say it is very good for humanity. Then there are different terms in AI which is coming, generative AI, then ethical AI, and so many things are coming out. Generative AI is something which is very new and everybody is very much interested, like for example, Chat GPT and all. Then one perspective is that AI is really good. The other perspective is that AI is going to threat the humankind. It's the human race. It is going to snatch away our jobs. So how do we go about it? Before we go ahead and talk about the AI application, that how it is used by industry. So I have taken some latest application from which is little unknown and interesting also. In every field, I have taken some example. I'll show you the cases. So basically, it will be a case study today. And apart from that, I'll show you the video also. There's some disturbance. Okay, fine. So before starting, let us see a part of a movie which I recommend that you all should see if you want to make your future in AI or if you want to do something with artificial intelligence. Because this, you might have seen a lot of science fiction movie, especially whenever I talk of AI, everybody say chitty, chitty and all. So that is also okay. That is also one learning in that movie. But when I talking about AI, the strong AI represent something called the robotic movies, where you see robots doing something, harming. So there is one movie which
ഹലോ കുട്ടികളെ ഹായ് ഹലോ
I request Koenig Sedman to actually mute everybody. If they
Yes,
have to
ma'am.
ask, let them ask in the chat box.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So students, I recommend one movie which is the name of the movie itself is called Artificial Intelligence. And the movie shows the future. Most probably, what we see in this particular movie will become a reality, because when I was in college, just like you, I saw the first time movie Terminator. And I always imagined and thought that can something like this happen, you know? And today you can see that this is already happening. So similarly, this movie shows the vision of AI in the future, that if we progress AIs, it will happen that one day we will have clone of ourselves, and we will have the one particular generation or one particular species of AI, people or AI robots who looks exactly like us. So the movie name is called Artificial Intelligence, and this is a movie where a family has adopted a particular robotic child, and this robotic child is humanoid. So there are two kinds. One is robot, which looks like a steel type of a body, and one's humanoid, what you have seen in Chitty also, robot movie, where the Chitty looks exactly like Rajnikant. So those are humanoids, which looks exactly like human being. They may have hairs, they may give expressions, they can understand the expression of human being, but they are actually machines. They're programmed. They're programmed. So this particular machine was programmed to love. Love means love for a mother. And how this particular machine, when it is allowed to stay in with the human being in the society, how it react and how the society take it. That's what's about. So I'm going to start with that, and then I'll move it to my presentation. So let's see this.
His name is David.
I feel it. That's creepy. Whoa, you're so real.
So you can see that the boy whom they have touched, this particular boy is a robotic boy. It's not a, it's a machine.
In a distant future, in an age of intelligent machines, he is the first robotic child programmed to love.
So this particular robotic child, which exactly as I said, it's called humanoids because they exactly look like human beings, and they have machines. They are programmed to do certain, develop certain skills. So this particular machine was developed basically to uh, basically imitate the human behavior and one of the emotions, because what we say is when we develop artificial intelligence machine, we can make them do all the tasks, but we can't build emotion in them. They can't express and understand human emotion. This machine was able to understand the human emotion. So let's see.
And coexist as a member of a family. His is a tale of humanity and a journey to find his place among humans and machines.
I'm a boy.
You are a real boy. At least as real as I've ever made one.
So this is a very nice movie, students. You should go ahead and you can just check and watch this movie. This will be really great because what happens is this movie is going to also tell you in the future if we grow or if we advance artificial intelligence, how it is going to be. Okay. So let's now start with my presentation. And my presentation will have a lot of cases related to that. I request that if you have any questions related to the subject, please ask. Otherwise, whatever questions you have related to or anything related to admin or your college, please ask your teacher offline. So we will start now. Just give me a few seconds. Okay, so let's start. So today is an introduction session of AI. Let us understand how AI is applied in different industry. What are the example we see in our day-to-day life, and how does it work? So we start from the beginning. So when we talk about AI, people say, is AI as automation? Sometimes there is a perception people say AI is automation, but I say automation is not AI. Because if you see machines, like for example, if you see car, it is an automated car, or if it is a manual car, it's a machine. If you see a machine washing a cloth instead of a weight washing your clothes, that is also automation. Wherever a human labor is replaced by an machine doing their work, which is replacing the manual job with the automated job, that is called automation. It doesn't require any thinking. What is AI then? The AI says that if a machine has the ability to think and learn, both think and learn, okay? If the machine has the ability to think and learn, then only the machine, it is called a intelligent machine. Okay. I'm so sorry. Just a minute. I'll just change the name. Give me a few seconds. Okay. So whenever we say that a machine has the ability to think and ability to learn, not only think, but the ability to think and learn, that is called the AI, artificial intelligence. But the question comes in our mind is, can machine really think? Is it possible for machine to think like us? Do they have mind? Do they have something which is built by God called consciousness? Still, it is not built, but something called mind is obviously built. Okay. So when I'm talking about AI, the AI is something which is the most important thing today. And even the Google CEO defined AI is one of the most important thing where humanity is working on which the humanity is working on, and it is more profound than electricity and fire today. These are the words by Sundar Pichai, the Indian born CEO of Google. So, what exactly is artificial intelligence? Do we know actually that what a intelligent machine can do and how it is different from a traditional machine? So, in simple term, AI is a technology which can replicate activities that would normally require human involvement. This can include like speech, facial recognition, speech like when you are speaking to somebody and somebody recognizes your speech and interpret what you are saying. They understand the context of your speech. And remember the movie PK, you know, where the person, where look, remember the scene where Amir Khan basically spoke to, was explaining about the language, the the funny part of the human language, that how one particular word spoken in with a different expression means different things for different people, and he used the word acha. So this is how the complicated, because you have to understand the context behind the words, not exactly understanding what the word literally means. So this is what the is called the intelligent machine, just like human being. That is the intelligent aspect of human being. Similarly, facial recognition. When you meet your friend in the college, how do you know your friend name? How you can differentiate between different friends? Is it something you are programmed for, or some training which is given by your parents or by your teachers? No, it is not. It is the ability, it is the intelligent perspective of your mind which make you understand and differentiate between two friends, between their feature, the color of their skin, the hairstyle, maybe the size of their body, the whatever features they have, how different it is. Depending on that, it is called facial recognition. So I bet that all of you have, or we all have used artificial intelligence today, but we don't realize where it is. Do you know why? Because it wasn't called AI. Whatever we are using in our day-to-day life, which has AI, is not called AI. So you see, when something becomes a norm, it is no longer looked at as novelty. It, once it was. So, for example, like if I give you an example, it is it was not long ago when we considered GPS navigation app as one of the talk of the town. When the Google Map came, it was a wow thing. Everybody thought that, wow, it can tell us the way. Not only that, it can tell us the traffic. And everybody was amazed how this technology could find the quickest route from point A to point B and even avoid the worst traffic jam. Did you ever stop thinking what power this app has? Did you wanted to think about that? No. Why? Because all you care about is that the app should work. It should give you what you expected out of it. So it is artificial intelligence. So GPS navigation app might not be new and exciting anymore, or it it is using the artificial intelligence. In what way? The app is combining the satellite data. How it is working? It is taking the satellite data with things like current traffic pattern to give you the best route. How does it take a decision that which route? For example, there are three routes to go to your house. So it is connected to everything. It is connected to the database. It is connected to the cloud app. It has a satellite from where it is receiving the pictures of the traffic, the picture of the routes, and everything. So it is the AI powered product. It is a AI augmented services. So AI is very, very much seen in whatever we are doing in our day to day life. Okay. So today, when we talk about, okay, I'm just going to omit this, I'll just focus on AI only today. So, when we talk about AI, what we see around us is that the same AI which is working in the businesses or which you can see in the science fiction? So, no, it is not. So, there are two different ways in which we can differentiate between AI. One is called strong AI and one is called weak AI. So strong AI is when you have a machine that display all the behavior you expect from a full-fledged intelligent person. I'm talking about intelligent person behavior. When it can understand your context, your sarcasm, the way you are writing in the chat. Sometimes you write something in the chat, and as a teacher, or because I was most of the time doing teaching in my career for 10 years, so I also know that how the student behave online. And even though the content is good or whatever the speaker is good or whatever it is, I'm not talking about myself, but obviously anybody, the students will have a particular kind of something if they're writing in the chat box. What's the context behind that? Similar kind of thing if the AI can exhibit, then it is a full-fledged AI or a strong AI. Just like how you have seen in a science fiction movie, any science fiction movie which you have seen. So these are AI, artificial AI that have also inbuilt emotion so that they can look at your face with a camera in their eyes and understand whether you're smiling, you're sad, you're happy. They can even go ahead and tell you whether you are joking or you are just, talking something very serious. So some computer scientists also said the refer strong AI today as a general AI. So you might have heard about a word called AGI, artificial general AI. This is a term which is in great news, but it is nothing. General AI, artificial general AI is just a strong AI. So general AI is a broad intelligence that doesn't apply to a narrow task. Okay. So strong AI machine can learn new language, can learn new thing, whereas the weak AI is task oriented. The AI which is conformed to a very narrow task. It might be like to trying to process your natural language into text, right? Something like that. Like for example, your voice search engine. Maybe it is trying to sort out all the pictures on your computers. So a weak AI program is not trying to chat with you about the world, but it is trying to assist you with your narrow task. Okay. So most of the experts believe that we are just starting down on the path of weak AI. That means that there are many organizations which is already out there who are using AI products and selling AI products which can do the narrow task. Some of them is like, for example, Alexa, okay, or Apple Siri. Each one is a good example of a weak AI. So you can talk to them, you can ask them questions, then they will convert your language into something that the computer will recognize. They will also do a pattern matching to connect your request to what is in the database. And but if you think about it, that's not much different from when you type something in the Google or Bing search engine. What is the difference? The difference is that it seemed to behave much more like human being. So these artificial personal assistant like Alexa and Siri will search the web. It can also search your smartphone, your contact, your calendar, your pictures, your the song list which you normally hear. It will understand what are the browsed history of yours. What is the most played song on your mobile phone? And they give you the answer which you feels like it is coming from a human assistant. So you can ask them about to schedule your lunch. You can ask them to call your friend, send a message to your friend. These are all narrow tasks. So, or they are sticking to the narrow task and following your voice command. So, these personal assistant does not have general artificial intelligence. Okay. So, if suppose if they build a personal assistant which can listen to your request all the day, and they will not focus on the narrow task of listening to your input and matching with the database. They will do much more than that. Okay. So those are not available in phones nowadays. The personal assistant is, or whatever we see on, surrounding us is a weak AI. So most of the energy in AI is around developing and expanding narrow AI. Okay. So when we are talking about, strong AI, we also talk about in the strong AI something which has an expert system. Okay. Expert system, you can create an expert system where you can build the knowledge base of all the expert and will use the artificial intelligence algorithm to derive knowledge from there. For example, let's say a particular nurse in a medical system, a particular nurse, you know, might want to know without a doctor assistant that what kind of symptom a person, depend from the symptom of a person, what kind of disease that person may have, initial diagnosis which we say, and that she can always use a particular kind of a narrow or I'm sorry, the strong AI system where all expertise is built and feed in the patient's symptom and to check whether the symptom, for example, like this, I'll just show you. For example, if the patient has a cough, then check if they have a temperature. These are the steps they follow before the doctor come and give the final prediction. If they have a cough and temperature both, then next step is then check for dehydration. If they have a cough, temperature, and dehydration both, then ask the then the expert system will tell them to check for bronchitis. So to a patient, it might look like they're being diagnosed by an intelligent computer, but in reality, the program is helping the nurse to do this. Though the nurse will have this expertise developed through her experience for working in a hospital for a long time, they do not. Hello, can you hear me? Is the noise, is the voice clear? I'm sorry, noise. Voice
Yeah,
is
ma'am,
clear?
it's clear, ma'am.
It's clear. Okay, fine. Okay, so basically, what is happening is that the we the expert system is something which is built up in the strong AI to build up a knowledge base, and this knowledge base basically try to develop the expertise like decision making ability. That's called the strong AI. Narrow AI will do the narrow task about answering some question by matching a database, getting you answer from the database, all these things. Okay. So somebody is saying that the voice is very low. Bhavani is saying, can you hear me properly? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine.
It's audible, ma'am.
Okay. So now, so when I was talking about artificial intelligence, let us look into a technical specification. So AI refers to a software algorithm which attempts to replicate the task that has historically required human intelligence. So AI is a intelligence of machine or computer that enable to imitate or mimic human capability. So now when we're talking, I'm going to talk much about the applications of AI today in the today's sessions. So when we look into the application of AI, the AI is used in all aspect of economical, social, and our personal life. It can manage your mutual funds. It can help you finding a good romantic partner in your all kinds of Tinder and all these apps. They are also using AI. It can give you a personalized counseling if you were looking for some higher career or skill development courses, certain like an academy and all, they are using it. So the as I said that there are two approach of this. One is that the AI was initially developed with a focus to develop a highly codified knowledge to computer and then try to have them mimic the human decision making. That was the first efforts when the AI started developing. Okay, for example, the researcher would interview a doctor, and whatever knowledge a doctor has on a particular thing, let's say cancer doctor, they will try to codify the decision making rules, that how do they come to conclusion whether the cancer is present and what kind of treatment is suitable for that person at that stage. Those are called decision making rules. So how would particular doctor take a decision based on certain rules, certain pattern, and then develop an expert system embedded with codified knowledge. So the approach was not only one time consuming, but also started reaching a plateau because it became so evident that human decision making rules could be codified to only a limited extent. Because human brain is the most intelligent machine till today. No other computer machines can actually beat them. So,
ಮೂರು ಜನ
so
ಜನ
when we are talking about AI, AI problem fundamentally different than AI try to how does a AI machine learn? Does it learn by programming, which is called supervised learning, or does it sometime learn on its own by from the experience? Like how do we learn? Like let us take an example. Okay, just give me a few seconds. Okay, so let's take an example that how a toddler learned to walk. Have you ever thought about it? That uh, do you think that you require to train a 1 year baby or maybe few months, less than 1 year baby to 1 year baby, how to walk? Though the parents try a lot, they basically hold the hand of a toddler and make them learn. But the toddler doesn't understand anything. He's not in a stage to understand everything. So how do they learn? They learn by trial and error method. And this trial and error method is they observe the adult walking and they try to mimic it. They try something, they fall down, they see what is working, what is not working, and this is how even the machine work. Okay, so the machine work from the ground level data, and they
Yes, sir. Very good. 100+.
okay. I think there is a you need to mute. Kionix,
Yes, ma'am.
please mute, please.
Okay, co-host.
Okay. So this is how the even a machine, AI machine does. A normal traditional machine students always learn on programming. So whenever there is a question mark in your mind that how do you differentiate between a traditional machine and an intelligent machine? This example is the best example you can give. A traditional machine will do the narrow task of just how it is programmed, whereas an artificial intelligence machine will think and learn how a baby will think and learn. The baby doesn't have any expertise knowledge here, but it learn under the supervision of their parents. So again, in the next session, I will talk about supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning method of learning when we come to machine learning. When I give you the introduction about the machine learning. Any questions so far, students? No? Okay. So, uh, so again, when I'm talking about the artificial intelligence, AI has several domains. Okay, and the domain is the first domain is called machine learning, which uses the and you should know the difference between that. Okay, AI makes the machine think. ML, it is used as which is a subdomain of AI. Use the statistical tool to to explore the data. I'll show you the demo of that. I will take you to some of the software and show you the demo. And this statistical tool explore the data in three ways: supervised learning, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. So supervised learning means you have the label data, like how if I have to explain you supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. So we will compare it with the human being. How? Let's assume, how do we learn? We learn few things in colleges and schools. Those under the guidance of the teacher, those are called supervised learning. Then how do we is that all learning? No, we learn a lot from our environment, from our experience, from our interaction with our society, with our friends. We learn so many things with our mistakes, from our failures, from our happiness, from life. Everyday event we learn something. Those are called unsupervised learning students. Then we have something called reinforcement learning. And reinforcement learning is in human being is about rewards and punishment. That means what? Your parents say, do this, then you will get this reward. Maybe if you pass with some 80% marks, your parents will be happy and they will give you whatever you wish for. But if you get less marks and if you don't perform so well, there will be some kind of a punishment. Maybe they will take away some of the privileges what you have. So reinforcement learning come in the form of reward and which we say carrot and stick method. Okay. So in computer also we have supervised learning, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. Unsupervised learning is a learning where data is being feeded into the machine to train the data with those training set of data. I'll show you when I'm giving you a demo in the other classes. I'll show you with computer because see, as I told you, either my talk and session will be case studies or it will be a demo. Unsupervised learning is the labeled is something where it learns on its own from its experience. Okay. And then we have another subset of the learning, machine learning, which is called deep learning. So deep learning is a subset of machine learning. So we can make machine learn like human being and also mimic human brain, which we give a term in the technical world called ANN CNN. Convolution neural network and also artificial neural network. Okay. And how this data fits into, and how do you apply this data? How to use statistical tools? What are those statistical tools? For that, your math should be strong, like algebra, regression, correlation, probability, all these. So all these are the machine learning things. So let us see a video and see how our life will be with or without AI.
No. It's just construction. That's all. No. I'm not driving.
Are you okay?
Yeah, you?
I'm good.
Oh, no, not you. Listen, I'm gonna have to call my agent. I'm
Mr.
gonna get
Burton?
right back to you.
Mr. Burton, this is Insure Corp. We've received sensor data that indicates you were in an accident. Are you
1 minute. I just have somebody raising the hand. It rarely happens that student raise their hand, so I will respond to that first. Sejal, you want to say something? Put in the chat box, dear. Write in the chat box. Okay, I'll look into it. Just look into this example that how an insurance company is basically using a AI to help a person with the insurance claim. So this video is showing that.
No. It's just it's just construction. That's all. No, I'm not driving.
Are you okay?
Yeah, you?
I'm good.
Let's go. Oh, no, not you. Listen, I'm gonna have to call my agent. I'm
Mr.
gonna get
Burton?
right back to you.
Mr. Burton, this is Insure Corp. We've received sensor data that indicates you were in an accident. Are you injured in any way?
I'm not injured, no.
Is anyone else injured?
I don't believe so.
Okay, where's my agent's number?
We have pinpointed your location, and we are showing your car is not drivable. So we are dispatching an Uber car to take you to your destination.
That would be great.
I'm pressing 1. English. E-N-G-L-I... English.
May we give your coordinates to our appraiser drone to perform the appraisal?
Absolutely.
We have received the photos, assessed the damage, authorized the repair, selected a qualified repair facility, and have dispatched a tow truck to take your vehicle to that facility.
Perfect.
Yes, hi, this is... Yes, I'll hold.
We have looked up the other vehicle's insurance, transmitted the appropriate data to create the claim, and filed the California SR1 accident report. Can you confirm the information is correct on your phone, then hit the accept button?
I'll check it right now. Okay, all done.
Thank you. Your Uber car is arriving now.
I see it coming.
Accident, not payment. Accident.
Your tow truck should be there now. Don't forget to leave your keys in the vehicle. Thank you for using Insure Corp, powered by Pivotal Labs.
So can you see, students, how it is? So this is how, and this is a real ad actually. I've shown you of a company, insurance company basically, and this particular company is using AI to settle the claim of a person. So you don't have to do everything. It's just like a person's, somebody assisting you when you meet, when your car, collide with some other car, and you need help. You have to do sort of procedures. So you can see this is how the AI is going to be. Now let us look into some cases and see what are the application of AI in various industries. So what I'm going to do is the first and the second session, today is the first and the next session, I will take you to some examples of how companies are using AI for different fields, like how it is used in medical field, how it is used in agriculture, how it is used in the defense and marketing and all. So we will discuss that before going ahead and look into the application of AI in business. Let us also see how we are surrounded by the product and services of AI in our day-to-day life, and we don't realize it is AI. So the best example of AI, which is growing in the last few decades, it is something that it is we can say that the businesses and people are achieving something which is unthinkable. So let us look into some example of AI and machine learning and how it is there in our day-to-day life. First example is face recognition system in your phone. The underlying technology behind the Apple iPhone Face ID, they were the first one to use that, and now many all the phones, Android phones also have a Face ID. Have you ever thought that when you use a Face ID to open or to secure your phone, what kind of technology it is using? Have you ever thought that what if your face changes? For example, you shave your head, or for example, for boys, you grow beard, or maybe you shave your face and you don't have a beard, but when you took the photo, you have that, or your face may have certain kinds. Your face may become little slim, little plump. What if? So I remember an ad by the Lenovo company when they came up with the facial recognition system, but that was not AI. But I will give you an example. The ad was very funny and it was very interesting. So the ad has shown Saif Ali Khan that he was going someplace in a ship, and the ship has wrecked, and he got landed into a island, and he got straight in that island for another 3 4 months. And when he returned back to his house, his face has completely changed. He has long beard, he has long hair, and his clothes were all torn, and nobody recognized him. He became tanned on his skin, and everybody was trying to shoo him away. Then he went to his computer laptop, and he opened the laptop, and laptop immediately recognized him. So, in a funny way, I was saying, but that is the truth. Because what Apple, how does the facial recognition system work? It work by creating or generating a three-dimensional map of your face, capturing the facial map image and also locking certain unique feature of your face. Because the bone structure of your face will not change, even though the outer skin color, the appearance of hairs on your skins, and maybe the fat on the skin will change, but the bone structure won't change. Maybe you may wear accessories like glasses, scarf, makeup, or maybe the facial hair, but still it recognizes it. So what it does when you come in front of you, when it captures your face on a camera, and it try to match with the recorded face, not the skin color or the hair and all, but it tried to map the 3D map of your bone structure. If it matches, and this is unique for most of the people, there's a slight difference. Like it will look the skull look. If you look at the skull of human being, it will look all same. But there are slight differences in that. Plus your eye, retina, scan. All these they take. This is the first example. The next example is email. You use Gmail, all of you? Obviously, you all use Gmail. Do you know that AI is used behind the smart email composition? Maybe you might have started noticing that from last few years, the email Gmail has a quick reply feature because it is based on machine learning algorithm and natural language processing. So what it does, it basically try to incorporate the answers for you. So if you write some email ID, it will understand the name of the ID, and it will say dear and will try to complete that greeting for you. It will try to complete the sentence and suggest. If you're saying please find attach, and then you don't attach anything, it will remind you on that. So they are all narrow AI, but still it is a AI which is used in the Gmail. The next, so this is how it is. It can schedule, then it will remind you. So this is a narrow AI. Best example of AI which I can always give, you can look into the case study of AI, is there the Netflix uses the AI and machine learning algorithm to give you recommendation on what to watch next. So what it does, how does it do? It do by learning from the your past viewing activity and also utilizing an effective content rating system together. So your past history, what are you watching, and utilizing the content rating system together with hundreds of other metrics, hundreds of other factors, not only two factor. Because you will say it is very easy. Whatever I watch, for example, if I watch more of comedy kind of a content, it will recommend me comedy content. No, it is not. Because if somebody asks you, today we are watching a comedy content, tomorrow what are you going to watch? So what it does is it basically take your content rating, your viewing history, and lot of other 100 metrics, and there is an underlying algorithm which work and come out with recommendations. So Netflix case study, you can always go on the net. The net is full of Netflix, how they use machine algorithm and AI, and you can read about that. The next very good example of AI is Google Map, which I told you in the last slides also. So Google Map, with the help of machine learning, learn about your everyday work commute and alert you on traffic slowdown. And it also identify the delay in the transportation system such as flight, train. Nowadays you can even track the flight also, even the buses, by factoring the traffic signals and the data and also the weather condition. These are the certain factors which they get the data, they get it from satellite. So this is one. GPS also uses AI. The next very good example of Google is no longer a dumb engine. It is an artificial intelligent engine. So Google predictive search algorithm. Whenever you try to search on Google, you must have noticed a few search terms which auto-populate the search field. So behind the Google autocomplete feature that shows the prediction as you type your search, character by character. So you write two character, it will show you the other one. Even in the Netflix, any search algorithm on any e-commerce site also do the same thing for you. So this algorithm for AI used behind the Google predictive search engine is called Rank Brain. RANK, Rank Brain. And its task is to fetch the result based on queried data. So with each search, it improves the search engine for you and give you the relevant results. So Google is using the combination of technology behind its leading search engine, and they use the technology called neural network, deep learning, machine learning, and artificial intelligence. So next example I can give you is e-commerce. So when I say e-commerce companies also have such problem because they have a problem of retaining a customer attention on the website. So they also Amazon, Flipkart, all these companies are using artificial intelligence and machine learning. And they are using it to give you the relevant search. For example, I just copied this when I wanted to search a red bag. So I'm not very clearly specifying whether I want a backpack or I want a suitcase, what size and all. I just wrote bag, red bag. And when I wrote, it gave me not randomly anything. And it didn't ask me and say, we don't know what you're asking. So you can see here how it is sorting by relevance, by popularity, by price. These are all filters I can use. But what it has done is I have not used any filter. It just gave me by understanding that maybe it is because it can take certain factors and understand my age, a lot of things and my previous browsing history, my previous purchase. And then it can come out with a recommendation. So it's giving me this bags plus this trolley bag. Okay. So this is how they are using it. So all the red bag listed, it is the AI algorithm which is categorizing the product search for, you know, a efficient, relevant search for you, so that the customer feels okay. I don't have to, spend a lot of time in doing this. The next best example is video gaming. So artificial intelligence and machine learning is used in video gaming for a long time, whether it is an Xbox or anything. It is just to give you a challenging experience or to the gamer. So one of the best example of AI in our everyday life is the player in the form of smart personal assistant. You know, the Alexa or Siri or any of the smart speakers. These smart assistants, digital assistants, will take the voice command and give you and answer certain questions on you, whether it's about time, it's about weather, playing your favorite song, or searching. So they go to the database, search for what you're looking for on internet, and they get that for you. And it is basically based one example of a domain of AI, which is NLP, natural language processing. So let's look into our video.
Everyone is talking about artificial intelligence today. But what is it? How and when is it going to have an impact in our lives? Artificial intelligence, or AI for short, is a branch of computer science. It deals with the stimulation of intelligent behavior in computers. AI It deals with the stimulation of intelligent behavior in computers. AI is a suite of technologies where machines automatically learn and adapt to a specific environment. Artificial intelligence is playing a major role in industry, businesses, society, and even in our everyday lives.
Is the voice a little low? Hello?
No, it's audible, ma'am.
I don't know. The students are writing that it's not audible. Maybe they should check the speaker. Okay, fine. The video voice is also hearing. You can hear the video sound.
Yes, ma'am. It's also clear, ma'am.
Everyone is talking about artificial intelligence today. But what is it? How and when is it going to have an impact in our lives? Artificial intelligence, or AI for short, is a branch of computer science. It deals with the stimulation of intelligent behavior in computers. AI is a suite of technologies where machines automatically learn and adapt to a specific environment. Artificial intelligence is playing a major role in industry, businesses, society, and even in our everyday lives. From deep learning to natural language processing, we interact with AI in one way or another on a daily basis, sometimes without realizing we are doing it. Robots can now take on many of the most repetitive jobs performed by humans with more accuracy and much faster. But robots are not the only ones with embedded AI. AI will let humans switch to more skillful and better jobs. It only requires some training in new skills. But isn't life a constant learning process after all? Humans will be able to work less hours, having more free time to enjoy life, family, hobbies, and friends. Consumer examples of AI today: Amazon's Alexa and Samsung's Bixby, responding to voice command. Netflix, recommending programs based on the user's viewing history and preferences. Business examples of AI today: virtual assistants for responsive customer service, machine learning algorithms for better analysis of business performance, smart robotics for more efficient supply chains. Today, these simple and early examples of AI belong to what we now call narrow AI. Narrow AI are systems designed by humans to carry out specific tasks. In the future, data growth, greater computational power, 5G networks, increasingly mature cloud platforms, and more sophisticated software will move AI to the next level. General AI. But not so fast. Before we get there are challenges to overcome. Concerns over data, system bias, and security top the list. Let's have a look at some facts. AI market is projected to reach $70 billion by 2020. AI is going to have a transformative effect on consumers, enterprises, and governments in the near future. AI is going to impact our lives in an unimaginable way. Nearly 8 in 10 leading CIOs, CTOs, and heads of IT agree that AI will have a transformative impact on their organization over the next 3 to 5 years. For 54%, but robots are not the
Okay. So let's see how Google is, which is one of the biggest company in terms of doing their research and development in AI, how they are deploying AI. Okay. So when we talk about how companies are using AI, we also have to think about how AI can create value for your company and for your customer. The company is looking at certain things. So let us take an example of Google and how they are using AI to create value for their customers. So Google, when it comes to Google, they actually stand out in terms of leaders, or they may be a leader as a in the terms of developing AI technology and deploying it to come out with AI powered products and services. So now the thousand way in which the Google deploy AI, from driverless car to advertisement to YouTube. Let me highlight certain three latest technology or application. One of the first one, which is the star product of Google, and Google almost has a monopoly in that, is a Google search engine, the oldest service. So Google has deployed AI to make search more relevant to their user. Example include voice search, which enable the user to post query via speech. And I told you about rank brain, which uses the neural network to increase the relevance of the search result. There is a latest technology which Google is using. Students, you can pay attention to this because there are a lot of time when you go for an interview, they ask you, do you know anything about mum? Mum is basically a short form of multitask unified model. And Google has developed this in 2021. And basically, mums aim to integrate content and the context at the level which is not received so far. What I'm trying to tell you here, when you say something to the somebody, you have a content in that, but how do you say has a context in that? And as a human being, the person will understand the context. For example, you ask your mother saying that, can I go and stay with my friend today in his house or her house for night stay? And the way your mother answers, say, even if she's saying yes or she's saying something, you understand what she's thinking, what's the emotion, how she's going to, whether she's going to agree to that or not. That's called context. So, so the mum is basically very powerful NLP, which is natural language processing, and they use a kind of a something called BERT, you know, the BERT about to understand, which is a deep integration of content and context. So mum mission is to help people meet many of the complex information in their daily life, and they have to do only fewer number of search to come up with the best answers and best search. The next example which I want to give is the Google Pixel 6 or 6 Pro, the model which has come out recently, last few years back. According to review, this device compete with Apple and Samsung. Obviously, they could not market it well. That's the reason why this has not gone so well, and it has a very low price than Apple and Samsung. The most important way which it has, it is different from the other smartphone, is the use of AI. Pixel 6 run on custom built tensor chip. Tensor chip designed to run multiple machine learning algorithms to in the device itself instead of cloud. What Apple iPhone and the Samsung phone, any other good, your smartphone does it. It basically run any AI based application on your phone on the cloud. But what Google was doing, it was running that on a tensor chip instead of cloud. So everything was very fast. Your interconnectivity bandwidth didn't matter at all. So everything in the device, from audio quality to battery usage, becomes smarter. App started responding faster. And because the information does not need to travel back and forth between device and the cloud, it was faster. And there was a new live translate feature which enabled the user to message back and forth with real life, translation. So there was a translation feature also. You can take a picture, for example, you are in Europe, and you can take a picture of a board which is written in the local language, and it immediately transfer and it gives you the answer in English or whatever language you understand. It will guide also the camera to automatically adjust the exposure and the color balancing. Now also, if you see, they give a ad of the Google Pixel where they say that, suppose there was a ad which I was seeing recently where a man is holding a baby and just throwing the baby in the air and catching the baby back. So if the man is throwing the baby very with a slight push, and if you want to see the higher level, you can do that with the Google Pixel thing. So Google in 2021, the Google parent company Alphabet, they launched a new company. One more example which I can tell you, called Isomorphic Lab. And this isomorphic lab charged with AI to discover new drugs, medical drugs I'm talking about. I'm talking about the medicines. So this is a Google subsidiary, and this company is basically into research, and it it tried to use the DeepMind AlphaFoot technology of Google to demonstrate an ability to predict the structure of every protein in our body with a perfect accuracy. So Isomorphic company announced that it will bring AI expertise in the medical field, in the pharmaceutical or for the biomedical company, and will complement their capability by coming up discovery of new treatment for untreated disease without doing any clinical trial and commercializations. So this is the how Google is doing it. Okay, I'll show you some example now. Okay, so this is not working. Okay, fine. I'm not going to talk about this. Okay, so let us talk about the five AI trend. When we talk about the AI trend today, so uh, we can talk about so many things which are coming up. So the first AI trend, the five trend out of that is the in the digital era is the computer vision. I have a friend who is working in Infos. No, he's working in TCS. He has 22 patent in computer vision. He is an AI expert. So computer vision referred to AI that uses the ML algorithm to replicate human-like vision. And the model are trained to identify a pattern in the image or classify the object based on recognition. For example, computer vision can scan inventory in the retail house or in the warehouse, and it can tell what is the inventory level, and it can give you the view of that. So the computer vision can, and even also the example of, then the next example is a driverless car. Self-driving car also uses the computer vision in the form of computer cameras. I will give you the example and the case study of Google driverless car, that what AI technology and how does it work. So computer visions are tested by company like Tesla, Uber, Google, Ford, GM, and they feel that this computer vision is going to grow triple fold by the next 5 years. Tesla also came up with something called Dozo chip, which is designed to process large volume of image collected by computer vision system in its self-driving car. So we'll talk about that later. Another trend which is most talked about AI recently is the smart chatbot or the virtual assistant. So from the pandemic time, the smart chatbot and personal assistant has become very popular thing, and it gives you a very good experience to the customer. You go to a bank site or you go to any of the site, you will find a chatbot immediately popping out and trying to help you. So basically, the chatbots are not somebody which can give you the frequently asked questions answers. They are smartbot with integrated with AI to give you the question answers to something which is not being which is not a frequently asked questions. So company like IBM, Amazon, Lex, you can, if you have taken the computer, cloud computing, then I can teach you how you can use Amazon Lex to make a virtual chatbot. Okay, the next thing is the metaverse. Now, metaverse is a combination of several technology which create a immersive experience for you. It create a virtual, environment around you, and you become a part of it. AI is one of the strongest agent which play a key role in that. So, metaverse create that virtual environment through the use of technology like AR, VR. Then you have even the blockchain into it. But one of the major technology which play an important role is AI. So in 2021, you know that Mark Zuckerberg rebranded Facebook as Meta and called it because he thought that Let's go to the next level of Facebook. Facebook was losing its charm, and Instagram was picking in the charm. Soon the Instagram will also lose the charm because you want more. You will expect something where you have an experience, where you can, you can find yourself into an immersive environment. You want to experience something. You want to see your friend in front of in a virtual environment. So virtual assistants are becoming very, very important. The humanoids, AI robots like Sophia, who has got the citizenship from the Saudi Arabia. So all these are becoming very, very happening trend in the today's world. I'm not talking about tomorrow's. Then there is something called the language modeling, the generative AI, which we call GPT-3, generative pre-trained transformer, which is OpenAI. I'm going to take a session on OpenAI and generative AI. So there are so many. So how do you generate human-like language? So OpenAI in August 2021 released the first version for the developers called Codex, where you can develop a programming code. So these were the things. Okay. So now, when I talk about AI, there are a lot of myth and misunderstanding. So I'll just omit this and I'll go to the cases. Okay. Let me just go through this. So this I will not talk because this will become more theoretical. Okay. Let's start with the case studies now. So intelligence, where do we apply that in our day-to-day life or in business? How do we solve complex problems? Whether it is in the healthcare industry, entertainment industry, finance, in education, in agriculture, in surveillance, in space exploration. You just name a field and AI has an application. So let us look into some of the application. So I'm going to today's session, I'm going to focus on AI in healthcare. So when we talk about AI in healthcare, AI has actually taken over the domain of healthcare industry. This is because the availability of vast data and use of complex machine learning algorithms. The medical data, which is available in the form of test data, image data like scans, your everything. So because today the doctors will not give you any kind of a treatment until they have a data with them. And most of the time, some of the time, the doctors may go wrong with the treatment, especially if it is a very complex and critical disease. So medical data is playing a huge role in helping AI to work. So when you see by 2030, will be 15 trillion, uh, you know, uh, usage of AI in the healthcare industry. So AI is used in cognitive tech or in using a huge. So artificial intelligence data is managing the medical data. It is helping the doctors and the patients to come out with a good prediction about your treatment. What does a doctor do? It basically tell you what is your present state of health. It diagnose your disease, give you a treatment. Also, it give a prediction that in future what will happen. So this is prediction is done with the help of AI, and the doctors are using the AI to do this. If you see this data, you can see that how healthcare industry is growing. By 2028, there will be 102.7 billion USD which will be spent on AI development, use of AI. And this is because of the huge data which is used, the medical data which is in used, and this medical data will make AI work very successfully in the AI, in the healthcare industry. When this thing happened, a pandemic happened, at the time there were a lot of old couples who were staying alone, away from the family. And old couples require medical assistance more often than the other people. How are they going to take care? There were no ambulance running. The hospitals were running on a very limited basis. And what if they fall? How will people know that they have fallen, or how somebody can come to their rescue? And that was a time when Alexa integrated an AI medical advisor, which can tell the which can integrate with their phone and which can have a sensor to understand whether the person has fallen or not. Or maybe they can wear a kind of a smartwatch like iWatch or something like that, and it can detect the fall. And immediately it give a call to ambulance or a nearby or your nearby neighbor or whoever name as an emergency you have pet. It gives a treatment for small kinds of disease or anything which you feel that you require a first aid treatment. At least it could give you that. So that was some attempt by Amazon Alexa. I'll show you one example of a company. It's a Dutch startup company called Danish, and they came up with a AI software with a deep learning programming where a computer will eavesdrop just like a human one on the emergency call. Like when you give a call for an assistant and you don't know what has happened, you panic. So the tone of your voice, the background noise, and it will help in detecting whether the person is having a cardiac arrest for the person whom you're calling for. And it will give you a kind of a first aid treatment so that you can save that person. So I'm going to run this video if it runs for you, and you can just see that how it is responding. So this is an app, and this app is called Koti, and this is made by a Dutch company called Danish. So what happens through the Koti when you make a call? It's an emergency call. For example, somebody in your family is suffering from something, and you have a doubt that whether the person is getting a heart attack or not. So when you call, you are panicking. So this particular app first help you in giving the emergency first aid treatment, and then at the same time it try to contact the doctor or the ambulance to give you the service. So just look into this. Let's see if it works. Okay, I'll just take you to the YouTube and then show you from there. Just give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
911, what is your emergency?
I need help. I need an ambulance. Hey, Dad, what happened? Dad?
Can you please verify your name and address and tell me what happened?
Yes, I'm Annie Robinson. We're at 1450 Bay Street, San Francisco. My dad was installing kitchen cabinets, and I think he knocked his head or something. I just heard a bump, and then he fell. I can't get him up, and he's not being responsive. Dad, are you okay? Oh my God, I think his head is bleeding. Oh my God.
All right, give me one moment. Okay, an ambulance has just been dispatched and it's on its way to you right now. They'll arrive in 4 minutes.
Okay. Okay.
And while we wait, can you tell me if your dad is conscious?
Yes, I think so. Actually, no, I'm not sure. I can't tell. His eyes are open, but his face looks all weird. I guess he's conscious. I don't know.
Okay, hold on. All right, we need to make sure that aside from hitting his head, there's nothing else wrong with your dad. Does he seem to be breathing properly?
No, actually, I don't think he's breathing right, but maybe he's just disoriented. I don't know.
Okay, Annie, this is important. He may be suffering a cardiac arrest, so if you're not sure, I'm going to walk you through how to check his breathing.
Oh my God. Oh my God, I thought he just fell and hit his head. Is he having a heart attack? Then what do I do?
It's okay, you can do this. Listen to me and stay calm. Can you make sure that he is lying flat on the ground and that he does not have any vomit or food in his mouth?
Okay, yes. Hold on. I'm just gonna put you on speaker. Hold on 1 sec, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready. No, there's nothing in his mouth.
Great. Now place your one hand on his forehead and your other hand under his neck. Tilt his head back and put your ear next to his mouth. Can you feel or hear any breathing?
No. No, oh my God, I don't think he's breathing.
Okay, once again, stay calm. Stay with me.
Hi, everyone. I'm John Dresner, director of the UW Medicine Center for Sports Cardiology, and in the next 100 seconds, I want to show you how to recognize sudden cardiac arrest in an athlete.
He can be seen coming out of a timeout huddle. His
to lacrosse, to baseball.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I thought he just fell and hit his head. Is he having a heart attack?
You make sure that he is
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm ready.
on his forehead and your other hand under his neck. Tilt his head back and put your ear next to his mouth.
Oh. No! Oh my god! I don't think he's breathing.
Okay, once again, stay calm.
Okay. So, students, you have seen that how this particular, this is an AI build. No person is talking there, and this is an AI build kind of a customer services where it has arranged the ambulance for the person, but at the same time, it is helping the person to calm down, and also at the same time trying to give a particular kind of a services. So let's go back to our examples again. Just give me a few seconds. Okay, I have to go from the beginning. Just bear with me. Okay. Just give me a few seconds, students. Just give me a few seconds, students. This I'm doing it from a desktop. It has certain issues. Next time I'll be using my laptop, so the voice also will be clear, and this problem of switching between the screens won't happen. And this it is not happening. Every time a video plays, it goes back to the original first slide. Wait. Oh, just give me a few seconds again. I'm so sorry about it. Okay. So let us look into one case study which I'm going to discuss, and this will be the last case study for this today's session. It was very interesting case study. So I'm going to talk about the lung cancer. So you all know that lung cancer has the highest rate of mortality among all the cancers. And there was a case study which was, recorded in 2018. In 2018, I have a 2018 data only because after that I could not find any data. So in 2018, there was a study which was done. And it was found that in United States itself, there are more than 1,60,000 deaths from the lung cancer itself. And the reason for that is that the lung cancer cannot be detected early. If early detection is done, it will reduce the mortality by 20 to 43%. So, the reason for that, why it is not detected at an early stage is because in order to detect the lung cancer, firstly, you know the symptom. In early cancer stage, the symptoms doesn't look like a cancer. Then how do you find out whether it's a cancer or not? You do a scan. So normally the low dose CT imaging scan is done to detect the lung cancer screening. So the United Nations, the healthcare system actually developed it's such an advanced company. They had certain kind of a challenges. One is the radiologists are not prone to the erroneous conclusion. There's a significant variability in the skill level among the radiologists available in US. And the erroneous conclusion means if the cancer is present after seeing the cancer report or the CT scan, they will say false positive and false negative. What is false positive? False positive means cancer is not there, but they say it is there. False negative means cancer is present, but they say it is not there. So in May 2019, this was happening, and this was happening because of this case study. I'm talking a few snapshot of that because I cannot discuss in elaborate. So the challenges which they found, why the lung people are dying more because of lung cancer, is the reason that lung cancer cannot be detected at an early stage, and why it cannot be because the low dosage CT scan, which is concluded by the radiologist to find the presence and absence of cancer, lung cancer, was very prone to error conclusion. And the radiologists were not so skilled. There were also the shortage of trained expert system. I'm talking about US, which is so advanced. So what has happened in 2019? Northwestern University, they collaborated with Google and they did a research and published a paper. And they published something called Nature Medicine. And it is a result of the test where they use artificial intelligence system to be trained like a radiologist, to do the work of a radiologist. Now what happens? You show to a doctor and the doctor say you have a cancer. And because firstly it is very shocking to you, you don't believe. You will go to 2, 3 doctors and take a second opinion, third opinion. And then ultimately, if everybody say the same thing, then you believe. What happens in the AI? They take the expert conclusion of several radiologists built into one system. And how it happened? I'm going to explain you that. So the scientists compared the accuracy of AI system. What they did was when they came up with this particular solution, the medical scientist, they compared the diagnosis done by the AI with 6 expert radiologists, and they found the accuracy level of prediction by the AI of the presence and absence of lung cancer is much more higher than the expert radiologist 6 put together. So in this case, so what happens is how do they do it? They look into the recent scan and the earlier one in the AI system, which is the report which is given by the radiologist, and they look at it. So what they did was, because of this, the AI produced the fewer false positive. It is not like 100% accurate, but the accuracy rate increased. They were not giving, they were giving fewer false negative and fewer false positive. And so how it has happened? What was the technology so they have used? So what they did was they came out with a kind of a solution where they found that human vision is have a constraint. The human vision can only look at 2D images on the screen, whereas AI based system can look at the entire and change it into 3D image. Like I'll just show you if it shows. Okay, I'll take you to the Google site and show you. Give me a few seconds. So I'll just show you now. So give me a few seconds. I'll just open the just give me a few seconds. I'm taking to the website. It's taking time to open. Okay, now it's come. I can see here. This is the entire paper. I will just put the site address also in the chat box. You can see this. So students, you can see that how this lung cancer, I'll just show you the image. So how the scan, which the radiologist will say and cannot predict the lung cancer, it is converted into 3D scan. And with that, they can come out with a prediction whether there is a lung cancer present or not. This is one thing. Then second thing is this, if you can see here. This is also MRI or CT scan. And they can convert it into 3D image and come out with the expert knowledge of more than lakhs and lakhs of radiologists they can come. So please go through this case study. And because I have to end up today's session early, Arinakshi ma'am, you people have some kind of a session, Kionics. So I'll end up here. I will just open the forum for questions because I already see the students have left. So I'll end up the session now because Arinakshi ma'am said they have some program, so I have to leave them.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.